How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another video.
So with double XP just around the corner, I thought I'd take this opportunity to kind of show you guys how you can save or make a ton of money using the event. It depends on how you want to look at it, whether or not you're selling the items afterwards. This is something I do every time there's a double XP event. It saves me a ton of money, and it's guaranteed to happen every single time one of these happens. So super simply put, we want to be finding items that people use on the daily, all year round, so we definitely know that there's like a demand for them. And we want these same items to kind of be created quite a lot and just dumped into the market during the event. So the sort of items that I think of to kind of do this with during double XP is PVM supplies. Like I said, this is something I do every time there's a double XP, so usually I'll spend far more money than I really want to and buy sort of like 2 or 3 months worth of supplies for all my PVM. Now that might actually sound a lot, but I don't PVM a whole lot, so it's nowhere near as much as probably the average player. But the reason I do this is pretty much because during double XP, PVM supplies drop by anywhere sort of between 10%, 20%, 30%, 40% even sometimes. So, if I can save 40% on using certain supplies, then I'm going to take it. So, like I said, the items that we kind of want to be looking for are ones that are just being created and absolutely just dumped into the GE. So, kind of things like cooked food, for instance. People are going to be cooking a load of food during double XP. Sara brews, people will probably be making those. And, yak pouches even, people still use those. I mean, I still use those, and they'll be created a ton of those over the whole event. But I think probably the biggest item that I see that people can save a ton of money on is the vulnerability bombs. They just absolutely crash during double XP because so many people are making them. So I'm going to move over to some graphs in a second, but just before that, I want to make sure that people realize that this happens every single time there is a double XP event. So, if you're watching this and the event's already finished, or, you're watching it and one's coming up soon, then you can still take advantage of this. Just check the graphs and the prices and stuff, because that's always not going to be the same, essentially. But yeah, this should work every single time, so yeah, just keep that in mind. Alright, so we've got up here the old dates and stuff of the double XP. So we can see that the announcement dates here, when it started and when it ended. This is the last one, this is obviously the one that's coming up. And I just want to show you these so that we have dates to prove sort of on the graphs how much of an effect it can kind of make on the items. So we'll start off with the vulnerability bombs. So for instance, let's go to 6 months because it's easier to see. So let's just check the dates. So double XP started on the 19th of February and ended on the 1st of March. So we'll go back to this. As well, there's a tiny dip here that you can see. 5th of February was when it was announced. So right here, this is where people started to dump the item a little bit because they knew it was going to crash. And we'll go all the way up to this peak just before, and look, 19th of February, the day that double XP starts. Okay? Go to the 1st of March, that's when it ended. So you can see on the 19th of February, vulnerability bombs were nearly 30k 700 GP almost. So we go all the way down to this tiny dip here where the 1st of March is. That is all of double XP where these were being made and dumped into the GE, with people trying to just save as much money as they could. And you can see it ended at just over 20k. So there's like nearly 10,500 GP there difference, which is like 30% pretty much difference. So yeah, obviously this is kind of what you want to be looking out for, and the day sort of before or the day it ends, that's when you want to be buying stuff like this, like the vulnerability bombs. So if we move over to Sara brews, for instance, as well, these did crash a little bit before. Just, I assume this is people sort of anticipating it a little bit. But you can see the day before it starts to go down. So what do we start at on the 18th? It's like sort of 20k 200 GP. It does sort of absolutely rock bottom, sort of midway through. But even then you can see that there's already like a 3k difference right there, which is like, what, it's over 10%. It's like I don't know, 15% or so, something like that. And obviously, it's still far lower on the 1st of March. You know, it's like a 2k difference there, which is about 10%. So, you know, it's just little things like this that you need to work out for. We'll have a look at Rocktails. I don't know if I've even got the graph up. Let's have a look. Where are we? There we are. So, just before, we're looking at what's Rocktail price there. 5.4k. 1st of March. You know, 4.9. So, again, it's another like 10%. This is the kind of thing that I look for when double XPs are sort of happening and stuff, because, you know, if I can save 10% every time I'm eating a piece of food, then, you know, I'm gonna do that. So just so that I can kind of prove that this happens every time, you can see I've gone to a year, and you can see these big spikes here. So I can almost guarantee you that there was a double XP on the 5th of August. So let's see, have a look. 7th of August, there we go. So there was also one on the 6th of November, so let's see where that was on here. Where are we? It's not quite recovered from the last one, but you can see it goes from, you know, 18.8k all the way down to, you know, like 13k. So, you know, that's another 30% there. And again, I mean, God, that's even like, goes from 30k all the way down to 17k. So, you know, there's a huge saving to be made here if you just kind of take notice of these every time. So yeah, looking at those graphs, we can see that, you know, you can save an absolute fortune using the double XP events. Like I said before, you know, if you wanted to make some money doing this, if you kind of don't consider saving money, making money, then, you know, you can buy them at that really low price and hold on to them for, you know, maybe a month or so, and then just sell them for a profit. It's bound to go back up sort of after it crashing so hard with the event. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to really say on this. So I hope this helps anyone that you know, wants to try and save some money on supplies or whatever. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Like it if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, and I'll catch you in the next one.